2 weeks in to our photoshoot prep, we are now weighing in at 91.2 kilos, which is putting us just shy of 2 kilos down. But this is the thing that most people misunderstand about what this scale is doing in the first couple of weeks of a cut and how it messes you up for the weeks to come. So not all of that is going to be fat, and understanding the difference between what is going on in the scales and what is actually happening in your body will help you dictate the actions you're going to take in the coming weeks. So you don't panic if that starts to slow down, which inevitably it will. Here is how the current physique is looking after 2 weeks. We're just off to go and do some fasted cardio. So before we do that, having our electrolytes, creatine as always, taking my Yahimwa, and then we'll catch up with you in the gym and we'll talk you through exactly what we need to be looking out for in these first couple of weeks of dieting. So we've just got down to the apartment gym and we're doing some fasted cardio and warming up with some steps this morning. But just to talk you through exactly why that scale weight is actually dropped so much and why this can properly trip you guys up when you are on your fat loss journey. One of the reasons the scale has dropped so much in the first couple of weeks is due to glycogen depletion. So when you drop your calories, especially carbohydrates, your body starts to eat up stored energy. And that isn't just body fat, that's going to be glycogen. So all of that glycogen stored in your muscles gets used as energy, gets broken down. The thing about glycogen is glycogen pulls in a lot of water into the muscles. So when the glycogen is getting broken down, it's also bringing a lot of water with it, which is why you can see a big drop in scale weight initially due to water weight dropping off. And no doubt that is going to be a big chunk of that 2 kilos that I've seen drop so far. And another thing I do see with glycogen when it does drop out is it makes people feel like they're softer than they actually are. Because when your muscles are full of glycogen, there's a lot of tension pushing back at the skin, so you look more defined. But the first couple of weeks, when that glycogen starts to drop out and deplete, that can just make you look a little bit smoother, a little bit softer. Doesn't mean you've actually lost any muscle, it just means there's less fullness in the muscle. And that is a trap that can play on your head a lot as you push on in the cut. Now, the takeaway from all of this stuff going on, and my knowledge of it, is a good thing. It's reassurance. Because realistically, out of that 2 kilos I've dropped, probably only 0.8 to 1 kilos of that is actual body fat, which is exactly where I want it to be. And I'm not panicking if it slows down, because that's what I'm expecting to happen. Week 3 and 4 is where the scale weight typically slows down for a lot of people. And this is where they start to panic and make bad decisions, which we'll be covering in the coming weeks' videos. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stick around for videos to come in this prep series. But talking aside, done my warm up now, it's time to crack on. We've got the cross trainer today. It's probably my favourite form of cardio at the minute. Normally I just stick a YouTube episode on and get going with it. So we'll catch up in half an hour's time once that's finished.
Yeah, fall back too close, you ain't even know me. Trust my brothers from way back from the north. Whiskey and Dior, spend it like they owe me. Gotta stay select, don't come around to me, better come correct. Different lives that we lead, I'm in the Nike check, in a bag of Louis V.
For those of you that watched the first episode, you'll know my relationship with this machine and black coffee. We're still having our black coffee though in the morning, hit a caffeine, and it still tastes like fucking shit. Just gonna get this down us, and then we're off to get a fresh trim. Yes, it is the second haircut of the week, but my hair grows ridiculously quick. It's all that fruit and veg I'm having, I'm telling you. I honestly don't see how lads get their haircut like once every 3-4 weeks. There's no better feeling than having a haircut, so why not get it done twice a week, eh? It's a very nice and sunny day here in Dubai today. After we've got the haircut, we're probably going to come home, eat some food, and then we need to get down to the mall. So we'll catch up with you a little bit later on today. We've actually got to the haircut a little bit early, so I'm just out of here getting some extra steps in. But one of the biggest things I talk to my clients about when I'm dieting myself is it shouldn't change your life that much. The only real difference is now from when I was in a gaining phase to where I'm at now is that I'm waking up, getting a big workout done in the morning as I always do, and then I'm going out and hitting a walk. And I was doing that anyway, to be fair, because I like my morning walks, but instead of a 20-minute walk, it's now a 40-minute walk, right? So it's little changes that we can make, little manipulations we make, and also I'm just pushing back that first meal a little bit longer in the morning, just so I can help with appetite and help me later on in the day. Typically when I get hungrier, that's when I put more food. But a cut shouldn't make your life miserable, and if it does, you probably haven't set it up right. Realistically, you're going to have to be in a cut for probably a minimum of 8 weeks, like I'm doing, very aggressive. But for a lot of people, it'll be longer than that. So it's got to be something that you can sustain. Of course, you're not going to want to be on low food forever and ever and ever. But certainly the routine element is so important. The people that nail down the best routine makes it feel like clockwork. You don't even have to think about these decisions. Here is the man that is responsible for the trims. What are we going for today, brother?
We're going for Mexican fade back inside, some doing top. Sharp liner.
There you go, boys. No gatekeeping around here. Girlfriend acquired. Fresh trim acquired. We got to take back the new lamp we bought for the bedroom, as silly bollocks behind the camera here decided he would try and rip it open a bit too quickly and broke it. So now we've got to try and get that exchanged. Fun. So we decided to shoot out and grab some breakfast while we're out. And going back to what I was saying earlier about not changing your day-to-day life too much, like that is a 2 eggs, 4 egg white omelette, a couple slices of bread, which I'll probably leave because I haven't got the carbs on the rest of it at the minute. But we're still out, we're still being social, we're still living a pretty normal life. It's all being tracked and accounted for, and it doesn't feel too restrictive in what we're doing. Don't get me wrong, we're not eating out every day, and out of 30 meals plus in a week, we're having 1 meal out today and then we're going to a beach club tomorrow and we might eat out. But whilst we're progressing, whilst it's all still being accounted for, and it makes it feel sustainable, it's working for us. As we get closer to the shoot, obviously we'll probably pull that down to no meals out, probably 3 or 4 weeks out. But whilst we're still progressing, whilst we're still enjoying it, let's keep that going. We also managed to get our hand on a coffee with milk in it. Because fuck black coffee's had enough of them. And if you ever want to appreciate the coffee more, have black coffee all week, treat yourself at the weekend to a flat white. Taste buds, don't know what's hit them. So now we're at mall number 2, getting some more steps in because it's so hot outside. Up to about 8,000 now already, which is a decent position to be in. We've got a big walk later on. There's actually another surprise coming later as well. Jodie reminded me earlier, and I've been looking forward to this for a good amount of time. So make sure you're watching later on in the video when I show you it. But right now, looking at some new gym trainers. What are we going to go for? So last minute we've been invited out to play paddle, so I'm just going to be having my pre-paddle meal now, which is, as always, the daily dose of chicken and rice. Nando sauce there, fucking great condiment and no calories at all. You've obviously seen me eat out this morning, going out for breakfast, and that was the enjoyable meal of the day, let's say. This is the sort of meals that we have on a consistent basis, day in, day out, and this is the bulk of the nutrition. This is what creates the results, and you can then have those little bits of flexibility, even though they're fully accounted still. At the end of the day, both have their place and both fit the plan when you approach them right. So we just got here, a bit of last minute paddle. Already done my fasted cardio and abs this morning. Obviously a lot of steps that we've done today. But none of this is killing me, none of this feels like exercise too much. But it all adds up for expenditure at the end of the day. So top tip in preps, when you're trying to lose body fat, get active hobbies. Paddle complete, we got the W. Of course we did. That's all we do on this channel. Back home now, and it's time for the surprise. And it's the Ninja Creamy. I had one of these back in the UK, and I pretty much had this every single day of my 20-week bodybuilding prep. If you go and watch the videos previously on my channel, you will see that. We have both gone with vanilla whey, skim milk, 5 grams of stevia, and we've got vanilla syrup in there as well. And then we're gonna add frozen strawberries and blueberries. Mine is double the size of Jodie's because I am double the size of Jodie. Taste test pending when these are ready. I've been waiting for this moment all fucking day. Taste test is here. There's a little close up for you guys. Literally looks like a McFlurry. 300 calories, 50 grams of protein. That is ridiculous. I don't know how the fuck whey protein mixed with milk turns that good. And then we've got some frozen strawberries and blueberries we're going to dump in there as our topping. If I wasn't in a photo shoot prep, mate, that would be probably M&M's maybe is a very good topping. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable, Jeff. Gonna scran this now. Gonna go and finish my steps for the day. And then gonna sit down with the missus and probably watch a film and chill. So I'm just finishing up the day with some evening steps after that creamy, which was fucking delicious. If you haven't got one of them already and you're doing fat loss, you got a bit of a sweet tooth, absolute no-brainer. I swear to God, if I had a discount code for one of them, I'd be fucking minted. The amount of my clients, the amount of people that have seen it on my Instagram, have messaged me about it and then bought one. If you want more daily updates from myself as well, especially throughout the shoot prep, make sure you give the Instagram a follow at CKCoaching13. Obviously I post on there a bit more regularly than on YouTube. But between cardio this morning and then paddle this afternoon, it's about 750 active calories for my Apple Watch. Chuck in 16k steps I've done today on top of it. There's a lot of output being done. And to be honest, barely any of it has felt too exerted. We're 2 weeks into prep now, and to be honest, I'm feeling really fucking good. Feels like it's cruising at the minute. I know things are going to get harder from this point going forward, and especially as I start to get leaner, that's when your body does start to fight back a little bit when you're getting sub 10% body fat. If I was to estimate, I'd say I'm probably around 10-11% at the minute. But if you actually look at my day here, it's been a pretty chill one, walking around the malls, playing a bit of paddle, had a haircut, creamy, and it's all been very enjoyable. And to be honest, that's the point of this. What you're doing should be enjoyable because you want to keep it up then. Don't get me wrong, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and of course there's going to be a couple of tough days ahead and you're going to have to drag yourself through it. But it's dragging yourself through those tough days when you see even more results, which makes you more motivated to carry on going. Getting to where we've got to so far, it's been enjoyable, and that is the point. We haven't run any refeed days or anything like that yet because we've been so focused on building momentum early in this fat loss phase. So in the next video I'm going to show you what happens when the hunger does start to hit and everything that I'm doing to manage that hunger. Whether my progress is still continuing and the strategies I actually use with clients to get through the hardest part of a cut without blowing it. So if you want to follow the rest of my photo shoot prep week by week and see how we get on, make sure you are subscribed for the next episode. Every episode is uploaded on a Sunday at 12 o'clock in the UK. I'll catch you in the next one.